to my throat. I am a girl again, on an old wooden roller coaster awaiting the first plummet toward the ground. My heartbeat quickens. I wonder if I should have gotten on the ride. My palms sweat, and I question if I was meant to write the book. Then I remember. Yechake Nasji. I remember things from long ago. I remember all the women who held space for me while I worked to erase the records of violence that my body held. I know there are women out there with similar stories, with records on their body that have not been erased yet. I have sat with women who have been silenced, whose intergenerational lines of violence stretch themselves in an attempt to reach another generation. I have sat with women who have had to have vaginal reconstruction surgeries, and women who have been ostracized because of their quick tongues and demands for justice. I remember these women. I wrote this for you. I remember the sweaty hands and contorting body in crave of substance. I know that so many people are actively suffering from addiction. I know that other mothers are suffering from addiction. I've had a myriad of conversations with individuals surrounding sobriety and healing. I have prayed with strangers. I have hugged mothers who were trying to become sober. I remember believing that I would never achieve sobriety. And I write these words from this side of freedom. I remember those who struggle with addiction. I wrote this for you. I remember what it was like to believe I was a dispensable Indigenous woman. I have sat with women who have talked about scrubbing their skin trying to achieve white. I have sat with women who have had to untangle the mess that a lifetime of stereotypes and racism leaves behind. I have held space for the sisters who had to weep and wail away the colonial harm. I have held space for the sisters whom we have lost to violence. I know that acts of violence against Indigenous women and girls are being perpetuated every single day. I remember you, sisters. I wrote this for you. I have written this book from the intersection of these three places of remembering. They are inseparable strands braided together. Without each of them, you would not have the full story. I summoned these words and the healing that comes with them to lighten the loads of shame, addiction, and struggle. I pray these words of remembering can somehow be medicine for you. I was told that this book will be a good tool to educate people who do not understand the impact of violence, racism, and colonialism in Indigenous women's lives. I was told that there will be people who gain insight from this book. I did not write this for you. I did not write this book so that people can learn how to humanize Indigenous women and gain context for the violence that seems to fill our lives. As an Indigenous woman, I once begged to be seen as a human. I promised myself I would never again beg for what is mine. I understand that your learning will be a byproduct of these words, and that is a good thing. We must understand each other in order to change the world. I invite you into this space with an open heart and with the requirement that you burn your pity and bury your judgments. As Indigenous women, we sometimes must unapologetically write for ourselves. I wrote this for us. Part 1. The Dreamless Void. 1. You can feel a mother's lament in her voice. The tone of her words penetrates the skin and hits bone. It hits something deeper than bone. It hits spirit. The chest feels as if someone is pushing on it with brute force, and that breath, that one